Yeah.
Oh, really? Can you keep that in? Please keep that in.
How you like that?
Gone.
AR,
Mate.
I got you.
Chicago Bears tears.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hurry Up on DAZN. I'm your boy Dre, here despite the rain, sleet, snow. Actually, let me give it up to the cameraman behind. Came all the way in from up north, where the wall is in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Kings of the North.
They came down, so Kings of the North, I celebrate you guys. I'm here with Ash and George. How are you guys?
This sofa is doing
It's
very
great, right?
well.
It's good over here. I don't know about you, but we good over here.
You know what? The sun is shining a little bit more over this side. But before we get into that, I've got an old man gripe. Who pressed start on Christmas so early? What is going on?
This is the thing, right? You start to see all these like decorations and the music. I'm not ready.
No.
I am not ready. Can we just calm it down a little bit? I know we got 2 games NFL game on Christmas Day, which is great, by the way. But can we just calm down a little bit, please?
No, but you don't want to be a Grinch.
No, I'm like December 10th.
Is that when you get going?
Yeah, because I've got birthdays early on in December and I want to get them out of the way and then I can like focus on a Christmas hype. But yeah, I mean, we came back from Germany and like there were already advent calendars. Well, the advent calendars were out in the shop
Yeah,
for
they're going
ages.
to ruin my Christmas
it's
songs.
early. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, I love that Paul McCartney song.
No, Mariah Carey's going to be...
Oh, God, no, I heard that 5 times already. I'm over it.
She was out from September, thawing away.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah, but it feels like someone just got together. Like everyone's got together in a little meeting, being like, "Okay, this is the date we're gonna.
Yeah,
this is it."
And it gets earlier every year. I swear. Like I'm still in my Halloween mode right now. Like,
well, the Christmas lights are on and everything.
It's too much.
Like,
Yeah,
But
too
you know
much.
what? There's someone at home watching. Like, these guys are Grinch.
Yes. And what?
Yeah, we are.
What?
All right, before we ruin everyone's pre-Christmas build-up anymore, here's what we learned from Ollie Wilson in the world of NFL.
All good things must come to an end, including the unbeaten run of the Kansas City Chiefs, as the Chiefs lost their first game of the regular season this year to the Buffalo Bills on Sunday at Orchard Park in a 30-21 victory for Josh Allen's side. And Allen was performing the regular season heroics that we've seen so many times from him and the Bills against the Chiefs. But it's playoff football that matters most. If we get a repeat, as we so often do, of these two sides meeting in postseason football, expect the Chiefs to have learned something from the Bills in the regular season matchup and get the victory over them, as they so often do. Elsewhere, the New York Giants on a bye week this week, but that couldn't save the job of Daniel Jones. The Giants are going to be moving on from their man under center, Tommy DeVito, stepping in for the foreseeable future. So yes, expect more Sopranos quotes and Italian-American references around the New York Football Giants as the season continues. And the Baltimore Ravens thought they'd had their worst performance of the season in week 1 when they lost to the Chiefs this year. They might have to put an addendum in that, because this weekend was a tough one for Lamar Jackson and Harbaugh on the sideline as the Ravens fell short against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who got the victory without even scoring a touchdown. Solid from Russell Wilson under center, but field goal fest as an 18-16 victory went the way of the Steelers over their great divisional rivals. And finally, the Detroit Lions still look like the best team in football as they put up 50-plus points on the Jacksonville Jaguars. More woes for the Jags season, a 52-9 loss, just highlighting that the Lions may well be the best team in professional football right now.
We need to catch up with some news. I have been dreading this because I know it's Smuggerton over there, but for me, there's a little ray of light.
What light?
In my
no, there is not.
In the storm that I've been dealing with for the last several years, but we will get to that.
You could be happy for your friends.
No, I can't.
You've got to celebrate our joy right here. Like, you stay on that side.
No, misery loves company.
We good.
Don't worry, it's coming. No matter what. Now, let's go to the Cowboys.
Man.
Cowboys are literally falling apart.
Oh, falling apart at the seams. I mean, falling apart so much that their stadium has also fallen apart. So it was obviously Monday Night Football.
They do it to themselves.
They
the
do.
Battle of the Lone Star State. And I think they'd opened the roof for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah, which I don't get, but...
Metal falls from the ground.
Quite literally.
Imagine if that hit somebody, though.
Well, where there is a blame.
Well, there is a blame.
There will be a blame.
Yeah.
And it wasn't once, but twice
No,
as
but
well.
twice,
And
yeah.
then they go on to get embarrassed, in the words of CD Lamb. He said it himself. Teams are trying to embarrass us.
Yeah.
But it's happening every week. They have got nothing left. I just don't, like, what do you do if you're a Cowboys fan, aside from cry in the shower? What do you do?
I will say, though, their defense playing against the Texans did have some sparks in there. Micah Parsons, you know, there was like elements of signs of life almost. And I was like, oh, could this be it? Is there something? But no, and then it just fell flat dead again straight away. But yeah, this Cowboys team.
It's over, man.
Yeah.
It's over.
You know what? One thing that bothers me is that we get complaints all the time about us talking, well, just the media in general, talking too much about the Cowboys. But how can you not?
They feed us. They feed us these stories, this Cowboys
It's
team.
almost like someone does it on purpose.
Quite
Like,
literally.
we need to be in the news every single week.
Well, this is what, Joey, whatever team do you know who stops their own practice to land their helicopter, team owner's helicopter, on the field?
I didn't know that.
It's just, literally, it's laughable at this point. Like, your roof is falling apart, your stadium's in tatters, you don't have a team, your quarterback doesn't even like you anymore. Like, what are the Cowboys? Does anyone know? I don't know. You might scrub that star off the field because
Dak coming in to watch the game with a Yankees
crutches.
cap on.
Yeah, just
Like, with
forget about
if there's
them.
any way you could say, get me out of here,
Honestly.
without putting it on a cap,
It's crazy.
then there's that.
It really is insane, but the Cowboys for you, that's what you expect and that's what we get.
All right, Ash, even though I've been dreading this,
Oh.
Ash,
Wait for it.
it's time for you to...
11-game winning streak over the Chicago Bears, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, it's a good day to be a cheesehead, isn't it? Oh.
This is so much
I will say this
confetti.
because, well, people will come for me, and that's fine, guys. It was ugly, but a win is a win.
It is
a win
indeed.
is a win.
It is
It's
indeed.
no longer a Packers game now. It's no longer a Packers game now without a Jordan Love interception.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm here for it. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. Hey, there's lots of things that this team needs to work on before we face the 49ers this week. But, just the misery. Chicago Bears tears.
Close game, man.
I love this rivalry. I love a good NFL rivalry, and this one, it ticks all the boxes for me. Packers, man. I love this team. I love this team.
You know what? Sorry, I have to stick up for the Bears fans because they
Why?
really went through
This
it.
team is cursed.
No,
this team is
I
forever
just-
cursed.
How could you
This
lose?
close, that
it's
close.
like so
Just
close.
get the field goal. That is it. 10 straight games. It could have been over, but
I was not that I was rooting for them,
you were.
but I was rooting
Yes,
for them.
you were. I didn't even know it happened. I was so confused.
Well, Dre said to me that he was going to come in dressed in full Bears
Oh
kit.
man, I was ready. I would literally
what?
come in. I would come in as a bear.
No, I love this. I love
Yeah,
this.
you guys were lucky.
Listen, incredibly lucky. But at the end of the day,
A win is a win, man.
that's a win is a
No,
win.
no,
and
no,
that is
Secure
no.
that
all
dub.
that
This is
matters.
a win is a
Secure
win
that
chair
dub.
here because I'm aware of what's coming next. More luck.
Honestly, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, my Colts, you heard me loud and proud. So it's only right that we shine a spotlight on my guy, Anthony Richardson, who put the team on his back. When I say put the team on his back, this guy threw for over 250 yards, 3 total touchdowns, 2 hit stick touchdowns on his own, no interceptions. For all the haters, all the doubters, all the play Joe Flacco, this is the best chance to win. How you like that? How you like that?
I do believe you've come for an AR rant every week.
Quite
when we've done
literally.
the hurry up.
Quite literally.
Yes.
And finally, it's paid off.
They've heard me. They've heard me. Jim Irsay, Shane Steichen, they all heard me, and they've put in Anthony Richardson. I mean, come on, man. I was against it.
Sorry, I was there. Sorry, I don't mean to be the negative one here,
Go
but
on.
maybe that's my job.
Go on.
Now,
Because the Giants, the Giants didn't win. So
yeah, no, but all right, we are in the mud.
You are in the mud.
completely
Correct.
like pigs rolling around.
Correct.
We are completely, utterly in the mud. But you now, there's delusion there
Nah,
where you
man.
feel that there's some type of reckoning, some type of the fact that you just scraped by one of the worst teams,
No.
the most dysfunctional
That's
team
where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Headed by the one most dysfunctional
That I agree with
QBs.
quarterback. He's trash. I
The
I
whole
agree with
thing
that.
was just terrible. And you just scrape past them. You're lucky.
The significance of being benched for 2 weeks and then having your name in the media and the spotlight for the entire 2 weeks, and then to come back and do that against a team who are kind of lost, but they're a decent defense. The Jets are a decent defense. They obviously haven't been in recent times,
What?
but they are a decent defense. Shout out Sauce Gardner. You said
That
you
was so
know
high-pitched.
you know how to tackle. You don't know how to tackle because Adnan Mitchell.
Sauce Gardner was
he
just
put-
running alongside him. He might as well just been asking for an
He
autograph.
put you on
Selfie,
skates.
yeah.
So, to Anthony Richardson and the Colts, well done. I applaud it. You got the win. Let's keep it rolling against the Lions, baby.
Winning sofa, baby.
Winning so far.
Oh, you got the Lions up
We
next.
got the Lions next.
Okay, let's
yeah.
go Colts.
Let's
man.
do it.
Yeah, well, you know what's going to happen
Let's do
there.
it.
There ain't going to be no confetti there for you against the
Any
Lions.
given Sunday.
Jonathan Taylor, career
Right.
day.
Oh, I love it.
Let's go to some real good news here. You know what? I must say, I'm not going to rag on him in
I
any
will.
way, but the Daniel Jones era is completely and utterly over.
Yeah, it is.
And I think it's time for me to celebrate for once because I deserve it. So much darkness and disappointment that I deserve some confetti. Now you get confetti. Now it's the celebration now. The dark days are here.
Imagine
are over now.
celebrating your
I don't want to
quarterback.
rag. I
It's
don't want to rag on
crazy.
him.
But let's celebrate. Quite literally, like what? Make it make sense. Look, you guys are just like you said. You said it yourself. You're in the mud. You're wearing the hat. I know you don't want to wear that, but you're wearing it anyway. But you've put in. You're in full
What's your
tank
team?
mode.
What's your team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in full tank mode. I'm surprised you're actually not wearing another jersey today, but you're in full tank mode, and that's the only thing for you guys to do because you ain't going up. So you ain't got to go down.
Yeah, you know what? I must say, the blame, I don't give it to Daniel Jones. He tried his best. He's just not good enough to be a franchise quarterback.
6 years. Whew.
But we gave him 6 years.
That's terrible.
And we let Saquon Barkley go.
Yeah.
I don't want my intern over there to say one word in any formal way because she's been smiling every week since
I would
this.
too.
But it's like, you know, for me, I feel that, you know, Joe Shane should be the next person whose seat's getting real hot because you made the decision on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Smugly.
Horrible to watch.
I can't,
It's
honestly,
painful.
every time I close my eyes, if I have nightmares.
Just general NFL fans watching that, it hurts to watch that process, and for him
When
to
he
just
was
be
laughing
like,
and
"It's
he was
crazy." Like, what is he doing?
you know, the Eagles are out.
Literally.
And
no,
the
they're
owner
not.
said to you,
I
I will
won't get
have a
any
hard
sleep."
night sleeping if he goes to the Eagles. And what
Crazy.
happened?
Yeah.
So I think his seat is hot. And I blame him more than anyone else.
Do you think he's the next head coach to go?
Brian
Brian
Dable.
Dable. I think there are others before him personally, but
No, I just don't see a world where there's not many times you get rid of the general manager and then you don't get rid of the QB, the head coach too. So I think he might be collateral damage. And I felt like when I saw him in Germany, it felt like it was like his energy was down.
He kind of knew it was
Brian
coming.
did not
yeah.
look good in
Yeah,
Germany.
he
I'll tell you that for a fact. He was
maybe it
not
might
happy.
be time for. I'm not going to rag on those two. Well, Joe Shana will, but I'm not going to rag on Dable because they give us a really good season. And you know what? I must say this: not many teams get a nice playoff run. So I am very happy and thankful that we had it in 2022. A long time ago, feels
Yeah.
like. But at least we had that run.
You
But
got to start
you know
over,
what?
man.
It's over now.
You got to start
We're starting
over.
over again.
Clean house.
Cam Ward, you're going to be wearing one of these soon. I can tell you that now.
He wants to win. Remember that.
All right, okay. You know what? I think it's like time for you guys to smugly celebrate one last time because the Bills
Hot take. I
defeated
said
the
it.
unbeaten
I said it.
Chiefs.
Last week.
I'm not celebrating this.
I mean, you wore the jersey last week. What are you talking about?
I'm not celebrating the Bills winning.
You were celebrating the Chiefs, but the Chiefs have been taken down. We said it on last week's show. The show before that, I wanted the Denver Broncos to win. They just about missed it. Then I went with the Bills, and they did it in highlight fashion too. The thing is, right? It's not about us hating on the Chiefs. It's more so the fact that them being 9-0. In my opinion, wasn't deserved. They had too many close calls, too many favourable decisions from the officials. And in this game, where they're 9-0 against the Bills, away from home, they pull it out the bag. And Josh Allen, what a guy. I mean, if you look up the definition of Superman, you're going to see a photo of Josh Allen
Josh
right
Allen,
there.
MVP candidate.
Crazy.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go.
Funny you should say that.
Here we go.
And you spoke too
Literally
early.
My God.
You spoke too early when you said I haven't got
Bills
a jersey
fans,
to wear.
you ain't winning another game right now. For this guy. When you
Was
start
that the kiss of
losing,
death?
this is his
Let
fault.
me
It's the
wear
Sabrina Carpenter curse.
Honestly,
real-
what is
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on here?
the real king of New York.
Wow.
You know what? I must say this. Like even I.
Well, the
Wow.
Bills are technically the only team that is in New York.
Correct. Yeah. Because the Giants
that's
and the
true.
Jets are in
All
New
right,
Jersey.
nerd. Get out of here.
It's true though.
Now-
All right.
You guys are New Jersey.
You're going to
so-
be losing in a pub quiz. Without me there. Yeah.
All right, okay. You know what? This is my perfect time while I'm wearing this jersey
Goodness Christ. Like,
to say to you guys, this is my hot take. Josh Allen is, for me, the runaway now
runaway.
MVP because he has single-handedly, all right, okay, he's got some help, but it's not like you've got a stud receiver. He's had them all along, you know. I would say that he single-handedly carried this team to where it is now, which is pretty much could be, to some people,
He does this every
AFC
year.
Championship favourites.
So let me ask you a question.
Not me, though.
Bills, Chiefs.
Yeah.
Which team do you think goes to the Super Bowl for the AFC?
The Bills and the Chiefs. Well, they might not make it, both of them two. You don't know, like literally.
But
Right now,
they probably will meet each other in the
I would
playoffs.
say this, like, all right, okay, this is separate from the Bills and the Chiefs. They're actually in the game in the playoffs. Now, I would say this, that for me, if we're talking about if we're talking about Josh Allen in particular, I think even you agree, has been absolutely lights out
He has.
this
Oh, he's
season.
been phenomenal.
You know,
He has.
And you know what? Now he's got that cloud of negativity from Stephon Diggs moved out of the
Yeah.
way. You can see that he's free. You can, and he wasn't like big talking after the game. He wasn't saying, "Oh, you know what? Like, yeah, we're definitely going to win," or talking
No,
big. He was just like, "It's just
yeah.
another game," because he's beaten the Chiefs several times
course he has,
in the
yeah.
regular season.
Yeah.
Now playoffs. Now that's a different thing.
story, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a different thing. So I'm
but-
going to give him his props now.
I will just say the Bills have been unfortunate because of the overtime playoff rules that are different. That's a story for a different day. But I've got to agree with you. This Bills team, Josh Allen, they have proven last week just like how mediocre this Chiefs team actually is. This Chiefs team, like George said, aren't winning games because they're playing good football. They're winning games, because they've been lucky. And for them to have gone 9-0 on pure luck is actually wild. And hey, look what's happened now. The Bills have shown us kind of the holes in the Chiefs' game plan, and they actually need to do a lot of work.
Yeah, but I would
they
say
need to
that
do a lot of
I'll just quickly say that this means nothing because we've been here several times. They've
Yeah.
beaten them several
You know
times
how
in the
it
regular
ends.
No,
season.
I know.
But so when it comes to playoffs, and this is why I'm never going to write off the Chiefs. I'm definitely got the Chiefs winning the whole thing still because they know how to find ways to win when it's important. And to be honest with you, if they had a QB spy on, which I'm quite shocked that they didn't,
On
then
that
they might be able to
4th and 2
on that
play.
particular
Yeah.
play.
Well, there was a massive face mask hold that they missed.
I did see
in
that.
game.
I did see
Yeah.
that. I mean, as is the case with a lot of the games. But the only thing I will say about the Chiefs is obviously Isaiah Pacheco could be back next week, which is
There we
huge
go.
for them. Plus, Charles Omenihu, who tore his ACL last year, is also about to come back. Key guy on the defense. So
The Bills have got players coming back as well.
Matt
though.
Milano,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
key linebacker, who has been out for a while now, a couple of seasons, I believe, he's also coming back. So things could get real spicy. But as it stands, I would just about put Josh Allen at the top when it comes to MVP at the minute. Just over Lamar.
we
Just
unanimous
over,
with this at
just
the
over
moment?
Lamar Jackson. Just about.
So
I'm
we're
gonna
going
do
with, you're going with Josh Allen?
I'm going with Josh
I'm
right
going
now.
with Josh
Right
Allen.
now.
I might.
MVP at the moment.
Yeah, I actually wasn't going to do a hot take this week. I didn't really have one. I've actually now got one.
Oh, okay.
Boom. Hot take. Yeah.
I think I know where you're going with this one.
Patrick Mahomes
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
not in the MVP running list.
I don't
don't
think
think he ever was.
He isn't. He never has been. I don't think since the start. He's not been playing well.
But he
at
has.
all.
But I think he has been because the team has been winning.
The team, the record says otherwise, right?
Exactly.
9-0. People go, they look at that and go, well, he must be playing great. He isn't.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's not playing
No,
bad.
he-
He's just
he's-
doing what he
he's
needs
not-
to do.
He's
Yeah.
having the worst season
I remember
of his
he's been
career
injured as well, if we're being fair.
because of
But
his
you
weak
know what?
ankles.
Patrick Mahomes don't turn up until he has to.
Well, this is
You'll
it.
see him in January.
Get into postseason football when it matters, and then we'll see.
That's
what
when you'll
happens.
see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Let's go on to the games. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm just delicately popping it down. Yeah.
Okay, let's go through last week's games. Broncos beat the Falcons.
They did, yeah. You know what? Before I even say anything about that, I'm just going to give you a quick hot take because I genuinely think that Bo Nix, if the Broncos continue to play the way they're playing with their number 1 or number 2 defense, if Bo Nix and the Broncos continue this level of play, I think Bo Nix eclipses Jayden Daniels leading for the rookie MVP of the year. And if the Commanders continue to fall and the Broncos continue to go up, I think it's Bo Nix to lose. The guy is balling out his mind. I am so impressed with them. They absolutely dominated on the Falcons. They had no answer for anything that happened. I am really, really, really impressed with the Broncos and Bo Nix.
Okay, let's go with the Steelers who beat the Ravens.
This was a hotly anticipated AFC matchup. I will just say, this rivalry kicks butt. Every time I tuned in, like watching snippets of this game, there was a fight happening. There was a fight happening. These Steelers fans as well, they are so passionate. I do think the Steelers team was lucky, though, to get the win here.
With no touchdowns.
It was close.
Crazy.
Exactly. But hey, Steelers still winning their division. So, George, yours and
That
mine's
bet's looking kind of scary, man. It's looking real scary. Real scary.
All right, Lions beat the Jags.
The Lions are the hottest team
Beat them down.
in the NFL right now. This is not the first time they've scored over 50 points either, by the way. They've done it again this season.
Well, what do you feel about them running up the score so much?
Do it. I don't care. This is the NFL.
What are they going to do?
What, honestly,
just run around the field and not
listen,
score a touchdown?
run up the score.
They're going to do it to you soon.
I
aren't they?
literally couldn't care. I mean, at this point, you might as well have fired Doug Peterson on the spot because the Jags have nothing going for them. But the Lions are everything right now. And I wish Hutchinson was with this team. Obviously, he's been injured and he's out. But right now, nobody's stopping the Lions, apart from the Colts next week at home.
Oh, whatever. They're going to... If you're going to see a score being run up, it'll be like the first 80-point score ever.
Sunday.
I'm telling you
Any given
now.
Sunday.
Right, let's go really quickly. Let's cover the Eagles beating the Commanders. Really quickly.
Just zoom in on that
Yeah,
face.
just real quickly.
Just real quickly. Listen, the Commanders are kind of not unraveling, I'd say, but they're going through a bit of an unlucky time. I wish them all the best because I do like this Commanders team. This Eagles team, if the playoffs started now, this Eagles team, surprisingly, are the number 2 seed in the NFC. And considering, like, they've been so up and they've been so down, they have not been consistent. I would still love to be a fly on the wall in the locker room, see what Nick Sirianni is doing, because I'm still not convinced that everybody is happy on this team and he is losing it there. But, I mean, the wins are saying something. Currently the number 2 seed in the NFC, so what can you say?
Yeah, it's enough time spent on them. Chargers beat the Bengals.
Honestly, I don't think the Chargers have been given enough credit. They have done an amazing job with John Harbaugh at the helm. I think they have revitalized and reignited that Chargers spark that they've lost for so many years. They are bally. See what I did there? See what I did there?
I like it.
Honestly, no, they're playing great football. Justin Herbert he was feeling himself in this
Seems
game.
happy.
Yeah, it was.
Happy is the word. You know, he's happy. He's balling out. His receivers are doing bits. Ladd McConkey, they're great guys. Great guys. J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. I really like what the Chargers are doing. They might just climb that AFC West.
Sneaky.
They might just climb the
they're
AFC
sneaky.
West. Real sneaky. Real good team.
I was going to ask you guys, just a little question. Just I've pulled it out of the sky. You ready? So, what team do you not want to see in the playoffs? So
Not want to see.
Yeah, so not your particular teams because yours ain't making no playoffs.
Okay.
But actually, you've still got an outside chance.
We
actually,
do,
which
exactly
is
that.
very weird. But that'll be
You're on the bubble.
you'll be on that carousel like Grandpa Simpson. Don't worry about that. But like, what team, like out of all of them, do people not want to see?
I guess
Are
it
you asking
depends.
teams that I know are already
Yeah, like we know who pretty much who's
already
going
in
to
the
make
playoffs?
it.
Yeah.
Like which of the contenders? Obviously, the Lions we spoke about ad nauseum. You know, salute to them. But like, who else do people?
I find it weird.
Should people be wary of in the playoffs?
Oh, sorry. In that, I think you go, Ash, but I've got one as well.
This Cardinals team, I think, is an odd one. Every time I look at, if the playoffs happen today, what are the seedings? Who will be playing who? When did this Cardinals team sneak into the playoff picture? In all honesty, that would be a big team for me straight away in the NFC. I mean, have you got one for the AFC?
I think it's the Broncos.
Really?
Honestly, I don't think anyone. And if you look at their run as well, aside from, I mean, the Colts game is pivotal for both teams, but they play the Chiefs as well, who at that point are going to be resting guys. The rest of their games are winnable games. Genuinely, they have number 1 or number 2 defense in the league, probably alongside the Vikings. I don't think anybody wants to encounter the Broncos right now because they're not doing anything flashy, but they're winning games consecutively and putting up points. So for me, without a doubt, you come up against the Broncos, it's probably going to be an L.
Well, what was that great Bill Belichick quote? The football season starts after Thanksgiving.
Right.
It really does. And I think now we are seeing teams
Honestly,
peaking
man.
at the right time. I wonder if there's a team that has actually peaked too early.
That's a good point.
What team do you think may have peaked? Is it the Lions?
I wanted to say them, but I think...
Are they going to go for a great big run off in the end, or are they going to lose a couple of games?
I think they're deep. And the fact that he lets them run up the score as well shows that he just wants to keep that rhythm.
Man,
but
keep
there's
the
always a
consistency.
team that has peaked too early
There
and
is.
then will unravel. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next 2 weeks.
You know what I like? Someone said on a show the other day, I can't remember, but they enjoy, Carl Bratt actually, he said he likes to watch the teams that are making a run for the playoffs so they get their rhythm, but obviously sometimes it's just too little too late. Right. So there's a few teams, let's say like the Chargers, for example.
I really like them.
You know, who could, obviously they seem like they're getting in the rhythm, but they still might not make it. So like those teams, who do you reckon might not make it despite having a really good run?
I'm actually going to say the Bengals. I know it's weird right now because they're on the outside looking in, I believe, still.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. They would need to go on the run, but they're playing great football and losing every single time.
Okay, it's time for my favourite part of the show, which is Outlandish. These are not my takes. These are takes that I've seen all around the internet, social media, so forth.
You say that every week.
Literally.
But because I have to clear this is my disclaimer, so people know that it's not my
We
takes.
know.
But
They
the more
know.
you say it, the more
Maybe,
we know.
all right. Maybe there might be one, and you clearly know what it is.
Oh, okay. Guess
Right.
the Drake one.
You know what's coming.
Let's-
You know what's coming. Quite literally.
Right, let's do it. The Bills will be the #1 seed in the AFC.
It's very possible. I think it's possible. It is.
The Chiefs will have to go on a massive losing streak.
Because right now, obviously, the Chiefs
Isn't
are no
what you
longer...
hope happening.
Yeah, they're no longer undefeated thanks to the Bills, but the Bills obviously need the Chiefs to lose games. But I don't think it's impossible. The Bills, for me, are playing better football. But like I said, Pacheco coming back, Charles Omenihu coming back, that could flip the script completely. So
And then a little bit of help from the refs.
Normal service will be resumed next week from
It's
the
not
Chiefs.
impossible.
I promise you that.
I see a face mask. No, I don't.
49ers are not making the playoffs this year.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I did think this, you know.
I said this as a hot take ages ago. Somebody find it. Find it, guys. Bring it up. I said that the 49ers were going to miss the playoffs, which is great for Packers.
Yeah, it's...
Why? You ain't winning it. Well, go on anyway.
I don't think it's impossible. I actually, when I was looking at the division and the rankings and the seedings, I mean, I know they've got McCaffrey back and he's making a difference, and you can't always rule out the 49ers because they've got stars on their team, but right now they just seem confused. They don't know what their identity is. Debo's gone missing. Not having Brandon Ayuk, who just got paid, is making a big difference. I know Jennings has stepped up, but...
And Bosa's out.
And Bosa's out for a while.
He's going to be out for a while.
He'll be out for a while. I genuinely think I don't think it's that much of
This
a reach to
49ers
say.
team.
Could be trouble on the horizon, man.
I think we should revisit your first ever take.
Oh,
your
wow.
first ever hot take where they're going to win it all.
God, it's not over though. It's not over. It's not over.
Looking back.
They're 5-5, right? Anything can happen, but it's not like
They're not going to make it, but they're still going to make it.
There might be a chance, just in case.
I said it.
Right,
It's there.
I'll come to you with this one because he's already ruined it. Bo Nix will win the Rookie of the Year.
At the moment, it's difficult to disagree with that. At the moment. Right. I still believe that Jayden Daniels is having a phenomenal season. I think Rookie of the Year isn't certain quite yet. There are a few names and stuff to go in there. But I mean, obviously, Bo Nix is doing great. But I mean, anything like with anything, we're at such like a pivotal point in the season where there's 7 weeks left.
Well, we're going into week 11.
Let me revisit this. Let me ask you this. Is right here and right now, is Bo Nix the best QB in his draft class?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
100, without a shadow of a doubt. Of course, much better than Drake May.
Fully fit?
Yes. much better than Drake May. Jayden Daniels has had an amazing season, but right now,
Well, he got injured.
as we record this, you're talking about Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got injured. He did, but he's missed a couple games, if that, if maybe just one actually. But looking at style of play and everything that they're doing, no shade in the Commanders because they're great, but you have to give flowers to Bo Nix. You have to look at what he's doing as a rookie quarterback. He's, I think, not head and shoulders above, but he's definitely above the rest.
There's
of
a lot
without
of Broncos
doubt.
fans will call him trash at the start of the
Yeah,
season.
because he had a
No, they
poor start.
were.
They had
Yeah.
a really bad start, but recently he's been balling out of his mind. I can't say enough about them.
It has just been nice to see rookie quarterbacks actually doing something great. So give it up to them. Yeah.
All right, there'll be one next year
Oh, you keep dreaming.
in my Giants
dreaming.
colours. Right. There's someone who's switching halfway through. Who's like, what's about the Giants? He's wearing the
Bro,
Bills.
literally, I can't keep up, let alone them. I can't keep up.
What?
Literally. New Jersey every week.
He's not a real fan.
He's not a real fan. He's if you're a fan, you're supposed to wear your colours. Right, anyway. The Miami Dolphins will make the playoffs. Now Tua is back.
I don't know.
They're an interesting team. I was going to mention them earlier when we were chatting about like teams maybe on the cusp looking in, maybe who might make a run, but it's too late. And I actually think it's the Dolphins.
good
I
shout.
think it's them.
So you don't think they're going to make the playoffs?
I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I think it's going to be a little bit too late for them.
Yeah, currently second in their division, but I mean, you look at who else they've got. The Patriots aren't making it. The Jets aren't making it. But I just think even though Tua's come back, they haven't found their feet.
No.
Tua's been non-existent to a degree. Same with Waddle and Tyreek. I don't really
Hill
know
hasn't
what's
been doing,
what's going on.
I think they're definitely a team on the outside looking in. A little bit too little, too late. Yeah.
Okay. The AFC Championship game will be the Steelers versus the Bills.
I would love that.
The Bills I love. I think the hype for the Steelers has got to calm down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
They're doing well, though.
They are.
Mike
They
Tomlin.
are.
And you
Never-
owe Mike Tomlin an apology, by the way.
He's never had a losing season.
That's right.
Yeah, but you call him like
currently-
humdrum. You call him like meh. You said he's like meh.
You weren't sold on
Well,
him.
I mean, he never does anything that's super flamboyant or super exciting. Like, we'd never put him to win like head coach of the year, really, and still wouldn't at the moment. I just do think that this Steelers team is currently just riding through. It's riding
They
through.
are.
And it's always those teams that are just
Yeah.
ring through and no one's really talking about them much, no one's bigging them up, that actually turn out to do really well in the playoff run. I would love that matchup, by the way, Steelers-Bills. I think that would be fantastic, partly because the Chiefs aren't there.
Someone different.
Someone
Yeah, I
different,
don't see it. The Bills, yeah. Steelers, no.
This one comes in. You asked me to name sources.
Name and shame.
This is from Stally Da Bear.
Mascot on the run.
Says the Packers suck and they were lucky.
Oh, wow. I mean, I weren't expecting that. Mascot came in with all the violence. I'll just say they were lucky. Yes, they were incredibly lucky because that 10-game winning streak could have been ended. But the Bears didn't win. So you have no right to say anything. Sorry, Staley.
The Colts will draft a quarterback next season
What
regardless.
on earth is going on here?
Oh, you know what?
What?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't do it.
Look at the amount
Don't
of,
do
look at the
it.
amount of
Don't
teams
do
that
it.
have
Always
actually done
been more
that.
conveyed.
Don't do it. There is no way. What? Listen, I know people
the
are getting
amount of teams
carried
that have done
away. No.
The
Let's not get carried away.
Falcons did it. The Packers did it.
Yeah, but look how old Kirk Cousins is. He's on the way out. Anthony Richardson has just landed, and he missed his whole first season. Let's calm
Who have you
down.
got as your backup?
We have Joe Flacco, who is a great
So
head
get
in the
rid of Joe
building.
Flacco. You need somebody else in the mix.
He might be number 2.
It's not going to happen with the way we're going to end up with our draft picks. It's not happening. He's not going to be number 2. Calm the hype. AR is all good. He's had his 2-week break, since you guys keep alluding to that. He's had his 2-week nap, and now he's back.
That one was from
You know what? He said
Andre
it.
Dixon. So, right, last one. Joe Burrow should move on from the Bengals.
No.
I see why they say it, because both he and Jamar Chase, who's about to get paid, by the way, are suffering. Like, T. Higgins is going to be gone next season. They're in a bit of a kerfuffle right now. So if it's a stretch, no. But you do have to think the way he's been balling out, what could be for the Bengals.
Yeah. Look at what they did, though, when they went to the Super Bowl. I mean,
Yes,
this
yeah.
Bengals
the Rams
team,
Super
when
Bowl.
they're good,
Yes, yeah.
it's great. But, I mean, thinking right now, got to be thinking, like, what team would I actually put Joey B in? Have you got a team?
Well, there's a few that are quarterback away from something decent.
Yeah,
The
but
Jets.
Are there more than a quarterback, bro? More than a quarterback.
I tried.
More
They're
than
on
a
death's
quarterback.
door. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's difficult to see. It's difficult to see Joey B being anywhere apart from.
I mean, they're not going to trade him, but he might want to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to go through our games of the week. Games you should be watching on NFL Game Pass on DAZN, of course. I'll let you, sir.
Ravens at Chargers is a big game. I think 1-7-2, 1-7-3. I mentioned it before. People are sleeping on the Chargers. They found their bolt. They found their spark. The Ravens are coming off a bad win against the Steelers. Could the Chargers upset the Ravens at home? But my lock of the week is the Vikings. I think they're going to take down the Bears. The Bears are spiraling right now. They are in downfall, whereas the Vikings are trying to make it up to the top of the division. So I'm going with the Vikings. Skull.
Ash? Why did that irk you as soon as he said Skull?
Divisional rival, innit? Hates to see it.
Go.
Right, what is it? Your game of the week and your lock of the week?
Guys, my game of the week, of course, going for a nice little homer pick. Got my lump of cheese here. Packers 49ers. Great game. I will just also say, this week's slate of games isn't that exciting. I was humming and hawing on which game actually to pick. But yeah, I'm going to go for a homer pick. This game means a lot for both Packers and the 49ers. Packers just need to get a comfortable win. We can't keep scraping it by. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go see a cardiologist and make some severe doctor's appointments because they're my heart attack pack. My lock of the week, though, I'm going to keep mine nice, short, simple. It's going to be Broncos.
I thought you was going to go. I thought you was going to say the Packers.
So did I, yeah.
I was going to use it. You was going to get the rap for the 49ers.
I gave my Packers last week against the Bears. Did we all get our locks right last week?
I did with the Bills, yeah.
No, mine was just petty. So
what was yours?
Mine was the Commanders.
Yeah, they got
tough
beat.
loss.
They got beat.
Yeah.
They got beat.
Yeah, Broncos to win. That's my lock of the week, and I feel quite confident with that.
You know what? Just a quick one on that game. I think you guys are going to get beat. And that's not personal. I actually think if you look at the situation of what's happening right now in the NFC, the 49ers are scraping. They need wins. They're going to come back in a big game against the Packers, who just about beat the Bears. I think you're going to see a rout from the 49ers. You know, one of them games where they really stake their claim? I think this is going to be the game, and it's going to be 49ers beating down the Packers. I can feel it in my bones, so we'll see.
You know what I can feel in my bones? Colts get the number 1 overall draft.
Hey. No.
It's actually,
I've got nothing else to look forward to except for that.
How rude.
Honestly, I feel it in my bones, so next week.
Well, you know what? You've been wrong before, so.
I have.
Okay, my game of the week that you should be watching on NFL Game Pass on DAZN, of course, is the Cardinals at the Seahawks. What a game. This is for the battle of the NFC West. Why are you?
I mean, it's a bit of a. It's
You're looking at me like mad confused, like I was just pulled some random teams out.
It's because that game,
Is that a good matchup to say?
Yes, it is.
It's a bit dud, a little bit.
Why is that dud?
It's got a lot riding on it.
The
It's got a lot
Seahawks.
riding on it.
The Seahawks are coming off of a big victory against
They
the
are.
49ers.
They are.
I probably
The
won't
Cardinals
tune into
are
that.
playing very well.
I think what that basically says is those are two teams that are just going under the radar that people aren't speaking enough about. Because you say the Seahawks and you say the Arizona Cardinals, you kind of go from there. But really, like you said, they're both in the hunt. So it's a good point.
My lock of the week, because I'm going to be brave here, unlike these lot, I'm going to be brave and say the Chargers are going to beat the Ravens. And there will be shockwaves through the AFC.
Man, if that happens,
I mean, I don't think there's going to be major shockwaves.
You don't see what I just did?
No, it was good.
that's more of like that's not a shock, but okay, we'll take it.
I don't think there'll be major shockwaves if that happens. Really.
I think there will.
They're one game away.
I think there will be.
I think a
That's
lot of
they can't lose any more games after that.
But what you're saying,
Yes.
what you've said earlier and stuff as well, this isn't just what you guys are thinking. I think a lot of people in the NFL world are kind of thinking the same as you. So I don't think it's going to be.
I think the Chargers, the Chargers. No, it's not like a shock like the
No, it
Jags
is.
beating them.
No,
But
it is a shock.
It will. I think the momentum that the Chargers have got and the Ravens seem a bit rocky. Okay, thanks again for watching this week's show. And again, thank you guys for all of the love that we get on social media. So I'm going to celebrate that.